Hello, welcome to this English presentation where I will be going into some details about Coop Life. And Coop Life is a way of building passive income through cooperative crowdfunding, and it's based on three beautiful principles where you give from your heart and you allow others to follow their dreams. You share from the heart and you receive with love. And I think in these times it's one of the most beautiful concepts in generating income in a non-traditional way. So I hope you're all ears and ready to hear more about it. So my name is Helene. I'm from the Netherlands, and in May 2020 I decided I wanted to leave the Netherlands. So we sold everything we had. We had a caravan. We purchased the van instead of our regular car, and we left with two of our three children. And yeah, it was. We started our adventure. Um, yes, and we took our cat Bliss with us. Bliss was. Uh, I think Bliss was 2.5 years or something, 2 years when we took him, and he was really attached to us. And since we've been traveling, we discovered that many people are traveling with cats. I just didn't realize it, but it's absolutely awesome. And he gets to wander around, and he always comes back. So he's enjoying the free life as well. We went to Portugal feeling that our heart was telling us to go there, and here we really feel good in these times. Life's good. So this month, it is January 2022. We also went into Lagos, had some lunch, and celebrating our daughter's birthday at that time, and she wanted some Italian food, so we went to this Italian restaurant. Yeah, and the weather is good here most of the time. The temperature is good, so we're really enjoying life while being here. After selling everything and going to the notary, when we came back, it's been such a crazy time. Within 3 months, deciding we want to go, quitting our jobs, selling everything, and then having no mortgage, no debts anymore. Everything was paid off, and we stepped outside and we said, the world literally is at our feet. We can do anything. We can go anywhere. And it was such a magical feeling. And we said, okay, let's create this channel on Telegram, and so we can, well, people who know us can follow us. And over the course of the 1.5 years now almost, we also gathered friends around from the travels around who always want to follow us. So if you want to follow our adventures too, just let us know so we can add you to the channel. There is, of course, a link to it, but it's too long, it's too complicated. So just let us know and we can add you to it. Yes, so let me first start with beliefs that keep you small or stuck. Because I know, having left the Netherlands, having quit both of our jobs, my husband and I both quit our jobs, and that paid really well. We were doing good, and still we chose the uncertainty of not knowing where money would come from, and just go. And some of the beliefs that I had were, for instance, money requires hard work. That was something that was taught to me when I was young. Our money has to be earned. It's not something that you receive. You have to earn. You have to do something to get it. Money is evil. I really thought money was the evil of the world. But I also learned things like, it sounds too good to be true. Yes, sometimes it does, but sometimes simple things like this are really true, and it can be true. It's just Are you willing to believe it, or do you want to keep the old paradigm alive and believe that it is too good to be true? I've never believed in pension, but there are people who believe that they will receive pension even because they paid for it all their lives. Some rely on welfare. It's not something that I wanted to be depending on. I always wanted to create wealth for myself, or at least I wanted to be responsible for it. So not that I'm depending on a government deciding what they would do or not do, or some pension fund doing some crazy investments with the pension money they receive from me. And one of the things that keep you also small is thinking for others. So they don't like that, or he wouldn't never do that, or that's my children wouldn't like that, maybe that even. So they keep you where you are, and you will not make progress in your life. And sometimes change is good, and opening up your mind is also good. Yeah, so I want to invite you. What would your life look like if money wasn't an issue? So would you like to live from the heart? Would you like to have not a job or a business, but just do what you're good at, follow your passions, or develop qualities you want to expand? Getting up when you want, and not because an alarm says you have to get up because it's 6 a.m. or something. Or you have money and coming in, and you can help others without asking something in return. And you have this constant stream of income without having to work for it. Yeah, would you be open to that? Would you like that? What would you do when everything is possible? Well, let me tell you that Coop Life absolutely will give you and everyone you love the opportunity to start living a different life, really living from the heart, slowing down, getting out of the rat race. It offers it all. And while you're doing that, you will allow others to follow their dreams. You will keep sharing from your heart, and you will receive with love because it's also been given to you in love. Because everybody in this Coop Life who is a donor is actually very, very much committed to allowing everyone to have a beautiful life that they deserve with their family, with their partner, or alone. I mean, even if you're alone, you just want to create the life that's suitable for you. So be the change in the world. Don't wait for somebody else, but it starts with you. If you do things differently, if you can step out of the matrix and do it differently, then you make a big impact in the world. So be the change. And it is absolutely possible through Coop Life. And they have two varieties, Coop5050, that is the oldest one of the both, and CoopCrowd started in September 1st last year, 2021. So it's still pretty new. Let me explain first Coop5050. This is the part where you will get income very quickly, and it allows you and others to, well, through a few simple steps to create income. So you start with subscribing as a donor, of course, and you will donate $25 and $50. I will explain later why those two amounts. You will also find two or three. Two is enough for Coop5050, but we recommend three, and because that is part of the CoopCrowd rewarding program. So we say three, but it also works with two in Coop5050. And from every donor that you subscribe, you will get 50% of their donation, and 50% of their donation goes to somebody else in the network, and it can be someone to the side and also to the top. This is not anonymous. I like that part. So in the dashboard, after you've given a donation, you will see the names that a donation was going to. Of course, you know the first person, that's the one who signed you up, and you know that one. So that's not a secret. But the other one might be somebody you don't know. So it's always nice to see a name. Unfortunately, no face, but you will see a name, and you will know that that one is also a person who just loves to be able to be free to do what they want. So yeah, you will know who the donation is going to, but it's done automatically. So it's not something you choose. You don't choose, oh, today or this time I'm selecting that person to get the donation. It really doesn't work that way. It's going to be automated, but always the one who signed you up, that donor, will get 50%, so half of your donation. And there are 8 donation levels. So here you will see 25, 50, 150, 250, 500,000, 2,000, and 4,000. With each level, there are 6 spaces, I call them, where you will receive donations of. So 12.5, it's always 50%, so 25, 75, 125, 250, 500,000, and 2,000 per donation. And here you will see the total amount of those 6 donations. And we said start with 25 and 50 donation, so the first 2 levels, and we do that because then you really don't need anything else to put into the wallet in order for you to donate. So from there it automatically does everything. So it's really a one-time donation, and from there you level up, and you can donate 150, then 250, and you want to get to the 4,000 level, because by then you will receive $12,000 from 6 donations, and that means that you've received per cycle almost 24,000. By that time you've given about 8,000, so your net income donation received is almost $16,000. Yeah, and so it is through the donations that you receive that you go to the next level, and the same goes for the donors that you find. They find new donors, and everybody donates, and they will cycle up and go to the next level, and they will follow what you do, and you follow what your donor has done, and so everyone gets to the 4,000 level, and by then you have got a nice income. And the nice thing about it as well is that that we don't know how often it will happen. It can be per day, per week, per every few days, per month. It also depends on the level of activity, the size of your network. But as soon as you've established a certain amount of people in your network and everybody is donating and cycling up, then you will cycle up automatically as well. And then it's just a continuous flow of money going. And it goes up to 5 levels deep. So everyone who's down there does not count, or you will not receive money from them. So it goes 5 deep. But anything can happen. So this is not something that we can say, okay, if you do this, then you have an income of 16,000 a month. It can be really daily. So, but it also can be 2 monthly, 3 monthly, depending on how much is happening and how big your network is. And yeah, so in the building phase, you just will cycle up and until you get to the good part. And so far we've discovered that even going through these levels, you will definitely be able to take out money earlier than before you get to the 4,000 level, because you're getting more money than you will need to go to the next level. And you go to the next level as soon as you've got the money in your wallet, and that means that the same for your donors. So as soon as they received some donations, they will also go to the next level. And yeah, so it's actually really for everyone. What we also found is that there are groups that can really enhance each other. So a group of people like a church or a community, or maybe even from a course, or a group of like-minded who really want to help each other. We've created this mosaic. There was this group here in Portugal that we really wanted to help. There were already 100 people in the Telegram group, and we said, okay, if everybody would sign up, how would it look like, and what kind of income would immediately flow, and who would benefit. And you can also choose as a community, for instance, that the money will go to, well, let's say the church, or to the communal house, communal center, or because you want to buy tools for your community. So every donor is registered through his personal email, and the wallet is for you. So it is based on trust, but together you can create a huge impact. And it's also nice because you don't have to go look for new donors. You know that within the group there are people who are interested in doing the same, and you all help each other from that startup. And the starting fee is around, at the moment, 240 euros. So yeah, from there you will create wealth for the community. And then we have CoopCrowd, and from CoopCrowd you will receive donations from your total network every 28 days. So CoopCrowd is a reward for the network you've built, and that's also a great way of building passive income. Your network stands, so as soon as it is there, it's there, and it can only grow from there. So it's not really qualifying every month. Everyone donates $25 a month. No, every 4 weeks, sorry, every 28 days. And your donation goes to 10 different people. So you support 10 people with your donation every 4 weeks. Your donors, of course, do the same. And the donation that you will receive is based on the position of the network that they're in. And I'll explain that a little bit. So your donation goes 10 generations up above you. So you know your donor, obviously. Maybe you even know the friend of that friend. But I'm sure you won't know everybody up to the 10th level of who is in that line of within the network. But you will help 10 generations above you, and that is anonymous, so you will never know who will receive that money, but know that that money is distributed within the network that you're part of. And as long as they keep donating the $25 per month, they keep also receiving part of your donation. So it's really nice. Yeah, you have to keep giving in order to keep receiving. And where do your donations come from? Well, actually, the opposite of what your donation, where your donation goes to. So you receive donations from every active donor in your network. So everybody who signed up after you, that you were responsible of. So let's say you started with the first 3, then there comes the next layer of 3, and well, everybody who's active, you receive part of. And the amount of money depends on the generation that they're in. And let me show you how that looks like. Yeah, so here you see, depending on the generation, you get either 5% or 2.5%. And so far we've noticed that if you signed up the first 3 donors, you will receive $8.75 for that donor. From every direct donor afterwards, you will receive about $7.50. And if they're deeper in the network, then you receive $2.50 or $1.25. So these are the 5%. Yeah. So the $25 is divided in 10 pieces that everybody gets a piece of your donation. And the donation date, that's very important and different, that we discovered along the way. So the donation date is the date that you receive. So if you sign up, let's say today, within over 28 days, you will donate again. So the donor that you helped, that signed you up, will receive $8.75 on the day that you redonate. And but let's say you signed up today, you give $25, and tomorrow you sign up a new donor, so then you will receive $8.75, and your donor will tomorrow also receive, let's say, $1.25. So that way, throughout the month, throughout the weeks, you will receive, depending on the date that somebody stepped in and became a donor, signed up. So it's not like every 28 days there is this amount, because here I will explain something, but it is really that every day money can come in. So let me explain this overview a little. So the red column here is the depth of your network. And so maybe let's say you are here, you've signed up a friend as a donor, and that one is in the generation 1. She signed up someone also in the generation 2, and they sign up someone, that one is in generation 3. As we all know, we all commit to the $25 a month donation. So that is a given, that's for everyone. But then there's something different. In level 1, in generation 1, there is place for only 3 donors. And that's why I said for every 4th, 5th, or 6th donor that you sign up, you receive $7.50, so not $8.75. That's different. And if you sign up the 4th, it might be that that person comes into the generation 2 or even 3 if generation 2 is already filled up. So these active donors is actually the maximum amount of donors that can be in that generation. And if 12 is full, but it's still, if we would think about the second level, then they just go to the third one. So in this case, we see that it's easier to reach deeper levels than you would imagine. At least that's already our experience, and we started at the end of August. So far we've done, we've experienced this personally. And then the blue column. These are the amounts that you will receive every 28 days. But like I said, every day you might receive little amounts, but added up they are going to be like this. Then it is, of course, when it's exactly someone signed up 3, they signed up 3, they signed up 3. So it will never be as straightforward as this, probably because some sign up 2 first and then somebody signs up 6. It all depends, but it all adds up, and you know that if you have 1,000 people in your network, you will have this amount of income in every 28 days, and that's good to know. But there is an extra something for people who are not afraid of big numbers. So what if you would tenfold your donation of 25? Then you would pay 250. And so far we've come to the conclusion only do that when you're in Coop5050 on your $1,000 wheelhouse. So as soon as you've entered that one, you have enough money to be able to pay $250 every 4 weeks. And the same, or your donors will do the same. So as soon as they reach the 1,000 level, they also will upgrade their donation to 250. And what allows that to do is that also your income will tenfold. So I made it a little bit more clear. So the 249 will become 2,000 and almost $500. So it's really interesting, yeah, to do if you get to a certain number. So if you're at a lower level and you have not much income, we would not recommend that. So for us, we said it can be done, easily be done with a 1,000 level wheelhouse. Then you support first your donors, and if your people, your network will follow you, then you will also be allowed to receive tenfold as well. And well, that's where the bigger numbers come in. This is just a small overview to let you see in how many people are in every generation. Altogether, this is about 88,000 people. You know, of course, you will never be able to find 88,000 people, but you know you can find 3, and those can find 3, and those 9 can find 3, and those 24 can find 3. And this is the way that this is built. It's not by you doing everything. It's trusting that everybody knows 3 people who want a better life for them, and they want a better life for you. So yeah, this is just to give you a small insight of how many people will be in networks. This one we really liked. This is the 84 days challenge. That is for whom likes it fast and big numbers. The 84 days challenge was started in September 1st when they launched CoopCrowd. And at first we thought, what's this and why would you do that? They even had a video, what's your 84? And that was like a goal to work towards. Do you want to buy a camper van? Do you want to buy a house? Are you looking to buy land to start your community or whatever? So that was based on the crowdfunding part. But the nice thing about it is that we really got an insight on how fast you can actually build this. So if everyone finds 3 new donors in the first week after signing up, and everybody does that, so then you will see that in 1 week you can grow from 7 to 29 to 2,187 people in your network, and from 2,000 and a week later your network is 6,561 people. So no, and this is even the new people who so it grows with that number. And it also means that in 12 weeks, you've actually reached that 10th generation so quickly. And that means there are 88,000 people in your network. And that means that you're absolutely ready to be completely financial independent. So that can happen in 12 weeks. Even if you would do it, if everybody would find 3 donors within the first month, and I think it's really doable, then you will reach the financial independency within a year. And I think that's still pretty good looking at the amount of work it needs, because it's hardly work if you only have to find 3 people. And the both varieties really enhance each other because the network that you're building at this site, the Coop5050, is also counted in the CoopCrowd site. You also start with $75 on this site, and you start signing. When you sign up, you buy or you donate the first 3 months already, and that's also $75. So the first initial donation that you do when you sign up is $150. Well, as you know, from everyone that you sign up, you will also always receive 50%, and from people that they sign up, but maybe even from somebody that from a different network, as we've experienced. I've received money from people that are within my husband's network and not in mine, or even outside his network. So yeah, you can receive money from anywhere, and that all goes into your Coop digital wallet. And as said, the people who are active here count with here, because, well, you can't do Coop 50/50 without being active in CoopCrowd. It's just the way they have organized it, and it also enhances each other for the income stream. So we make sure that it's easier to go to the next level, and you keep growing, and your money grows, and you keep being able donating larger amounts. And how cool would it be if you were able to just donate $4,000, knowing that you will allow two people with that, they receive both 2,000, and it's just generous. So by that time you've donated over $8,000 dollars already, but you've received 16,000. And I think that's a brilliant concept, and I love it that I'm able to give so much money, but I'm also able to get even more for our plans and our wishes to do good in this world. So it is the first private decentralized digital wallet that they have come up with. It is a one-time starter donation, as I already explained. The rest from the redonation comes from money that you've received. So it is, I have a cup of coffee, I will take a sip. This is the world's first self-driving economy. I think they've created this very good. Everything is automated, you don't need to do a thing, only finding the three people and keep donating. So that's really awesome. Yeah, Coop Wallet is the world's first private decentralized blockchain wallet, and blockchains is something that comes from crypto, and that means that it's placed in several servers, and it also means that it's not possible to change something on one server without it being altered on other servers. So let's say they would hack one server and they would steal your money. That would not be possible because the other servers, they haven't hacked, and that's why crypto is so well done, because it stays yours. There's no way anyone can hack that. It's just not possible. It can only be possible if you have a wallet with you that is really like a USB stick or something that keeps your coins, and somebody steals that, then it might be different. But as long as it's in your wallet here on the computer and on all the servers, yeah, then there is really no way of stealing it. So the dashboard we've discovered is based on the crypto coin USDC, and that also means that it is linked to the US dollar when it comes to value. It is safe because, like I said, it cannot be stolen from you, and because it's on this in this wallet, they will not speculate with it. It's your money. It remains your money. Everything in your wallet is yours. So it will not be affected by any bank crash. Whatever amount you have there, even if it would be $500,000, it'd still be yours, because banks don't involve this kind of thing. So it's really, really safe. And this is a look into the dashboard. This is the Coop5050 dashboard, and here you see the Coop wallet. In the Coop wallet, you will see all kind of donations and transactions that are happening. So here are donations that you've done or received, and you will also see to whom it went, on what date, etc. blanked it out for purpose of being an example. But of course, you understand that you will see more of that. And from this wallet, you can also donate things to another person, or you can even pay for someone else through this. This Coop wallet is linked to a crypto account. You don't really have to know anything about crypto. We didn't know anything about it. I must say that my husband dove into it before we started, and he learned more about crypto, something that we've been planning to, but we felt it was always something so much. And then we signed up for this, and then we discovered, okay, my God, we really didn't need to know anything about crypto. It's just to do your initial donation. So we have found that Coinbase is the most user-friendly crypto account to start with. If you haven't got one, we have also a manual guide to guide you through that. And yeah, that's the initial goal. And so you transfer money from your bank account to the crypto current account, and from there you buy crypto, and that's of course where we help you with, and then you sign up and do the donations from the crypto into your Coop wallet. So it's looks maybe a little bit like a lot, but it really is pretty simple. But you need help during your sign up. It's not something you want to do by yourself, but that's where your donor and we are here to help you with. I also want to add what Coop Life is not, because we've heard that these kind of things are come up often in our mind, because, well, we are conditioned and we think that way. So first of all, we hear that it might be a pyramid or a Ponzi scheme. Well, as you heard me saying, it's not a pyramid, because you can be bigger, you can get more donations than the donor who signed you up. It's also not, there is a money flow, so there is only one first donation. You don't, and the rest of the donation comes from the money that you've received. So it's not like you are required to keep redonating from your own money. It really stays within the system. And yeah, for us, we feel like the biggest pyramid we're in is a company where the chief executive officer is the head of the company, and he decides how much money you get and how much money he gets. And of course, we know the lower you're on the scale, the less you get. But it's not like everybody is participating and working for the greater good and everybody gets the same. Now they decide who gets what. And the same goes with governments. I mean, for us, that looks like the biggest pyramids. But yeah, we stepped out of that scheme, so maybe it's easier for us to see that. Yeah, in the late 90s, we both were active in multi-level marketing. We've worked with Amway. My husband later worked with ACN. And it's a multi-level marketing company where you have to sell products or you need to requalify. And it's also not multi-level marketing. It looks similar, but it's really not. And of course, there's no product to sell. You only donate. So cash gifting is illegal by law. And I was always wondering why, but after, well, the last 2 years I learned a lot, and I now understand that they really want us to be enslaved within the system. They want you to be small and remain small. The whole school system is based on creating employers. They're not interested in creating entrepreneurs. That's something that you have to learn outside the system. And so cash gifting actually, yeah, they made it illegal. It's also the reason why previous attempts for David T. Rosen failed, because they were, in a way, according to the law, a way of cash gifting. So the creator of this all has now found a legal way to do it, and it's through cooperative crowdfunding. So therefore it's no longer cash gifting, but through crowdfunding, cooperative crowdfunding, they created this legal way of doing it. So I hope I've been able to wipe maybe your thoughts about this out of your system. It really is, we give, we share, and we receive. And if we all do a little, and that little is donate and find three, then we all receive a lot. And this is worldwide possible. There's also no age to it. So yeah, you can also do it for your children. Your children can even do it if they're active. Yeah, everybody can do it. So that's really, really awesome, I think. Yeah, and we have the power of a network. We have this Telegram group. We're happy to help. We organize presentations on a schedule, or like this, we create these presentations that are really easily to be sent. We have information on paper as well. Whatever you feel you want to send to somebody you know, to get them to tell them about this, and you feel you're not really sure how to say it, then we're there for you. In that group you'll find other people who are either interested in becoming a donor or are already a donor, and are adding people that they might be interested. So, and we also see that as soon as somebody grows into their own network and they like being active as well, I mean, it's not obligatory, like we really like it, but I also understand when you think, no, I'll just find the three and that's it, and that I'm not doing anything more. Also completely fine. But for somebody like us who's doing more, yeah, you can also create your own Telegram group or Signal group, whatever, and have the people there that you want to be yeah, that like to be informed about Coop Life. So this was a whole talk about this. If you have questions, if this were live, you were able to ask them now. So feel free to go to your referral person, your friend or a colleague or relative, whatever, and you can also start immediately. So I advise you to go back to them and yeah, let's start and create that different world, because it starts with you. Like I said in the beginning, be the change. Nothing changes if you don't start. Don't wait for others. Don't wait for things to get worse. There's always good time for excuses. Like, I mean, if you think about children, there's never a good time to get children, but still we all get them. It's just start, and then you will see that there is this beautiful way to step out of the rat race and create the new world that you want it to be. So I hope to see you in that you become part of our large network wherever you are. We hope to see you there. Thank you. Bye.